warm welcome to E-Magazine. I'm your host, Brenda Nyami Chaba. Now, with African fashion growing beyond measures, the fashion world has finally taken notice. African fabrics such as Ankara have worked their way up into the world of fast fashion, selling in Western stores as well as walking on runways. However, even with this tremendous growth, the popularity, where is a market for Ankara fashion today in Kenya? Well, today in E-Magazine, we get to find out from an Ankara fashion designer herself. Now, joining me is Purity Managa, who is the CEO of Purity Beauty and Fashion. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much,
How are you?
Brenda? Fine, thank you.
I'm so excited.
So excited too.
So let's first begin by getting to learn more about Purity fashion and beauty. What was the idea behind starting this business?
So before I joined the fashion industry, I was a model.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm a former
Says
model.
a lot.
So I had an opportunity to travel to Bangkok, Thailand, and I attended a fashion it was a fashion week actually.
Okay.
And then I was doing those high fashion and everything. And so when I came back, I was like, okay, I've been modeling for people's outfit. How can I start this?
Yes.
So I borrowed the idea from there. So when I came back to Kenya, you know the hassle of starting a fashion. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to get the fabric and everything. So I talked to my sister and I told her, actually at that time she was working in a fashion house. And then I told her, I have this idea. I know I've not been to any beauty, as in fashion school or anything, but I have this idea. So she told me, well, let's go. Let's see how it can take you. So that's why I started the Purity Fashion. Yeah.
And how has it been so far for you? Have you faced any challenges? Has the business picked up? Are you getting a lot of clients?
Yes, challenges are always there, especially being that it's not me who is sewing the outfits. I'm just a designer and a stylist. And then again, the challenges that comes is finding the best fabric that you want to use.
Yes.
And then again, dealing with clients because they want the best. You see, sometimes clients go to the online and they want this kind of outfit, and then they tell you, I want it exactly like this. And then, you know, sometimes it's not possible.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
So you focus on Ankara as well as Kitenge, right? Or you have a mixture of things?
Yes, it's a mixture. Yeah, Ankara and sometimes the Western. You see, like my trouser is not Ankara, so I always mix.
And which one sells the most for you? Which one
Ankara.
Ankara is
yes, because of this Russia thing. Yeah, you know, people now they are changing from is it Western style?
Yeah,
they want to look as
more African.
Yes, exactly.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted you to tell me what are some of the inspirations behind your designs. Does every outfit you make tell a story, or it simply stands for something?
I can say every outfit has a story, but it depends on how you see. I love traveling. I travel a lot. So every time I travel, I go to many fashion events. So when I go there and I get to see how the big designers, how they are doing it. So, and then I come and try to sketch something that it's not the same like that, but something of my own.
Something of your own that inspires you to bring another thing. That's really amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to tell me, you know, you being a designer in this space, in the fashion space in Kenya, working with different fabrics for your different clients, what would you say is the perception, you know, Kenyans have towards Ankara?
Most Kenyans, they have not embraced the Ankara thing because they always say like most of the Ankaras that you see people wearing, you can only do that when you're going to functions, like those weddings. But you see like the way I'm dressed, it's like official, it's kind of official.
I really like this. Like I think I'm going to steal this outfit after this.
So I always try and convince my clients, it's not all about the fashion. You can still style up using Ankara and go to an office every day.
Very true. Yeah. And do you think that culture will change at some point? Because when you look at places like Ghana or Nigeria, for them Ankara is not just something to wear for a wedding. They can wear it in an everyday outfit. But in Kenya we tend to feel like it's an event outfit. We can't wear it. So do you think that culture will at some point change for Kenyans? We start to wear these outfits every day at work?
Yeah, actually it's changing. You see, the fashion industry in Kenya is growing. So every time that, we know we are so many fashion designers. So every time the designer comes out with something, you know, it's about your uniqueness.
Yes.
So every time you come up with something, people tend to see, oh, so I could do this. I can dress up like this. So they change that perception of this thing is only for the wedding.
Very true.
Yeah, so it depends with you, like me as a stylist, how you see, like Brenda, if you come and tell me, please dress me up, I want something like, you see, like the way you dressed up.
Yes.
So I tell you, let's say we can do a little bit of Ankara and it will come out well, and you can also go to the office with it. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Ankara has, you know, gained so much popularity, not just in Africa. You find a lot of even Americans trying to wear it and style themselves with it. But when you come to Kenya, where would you say is the market for someone who's trying to get into making Ankara outfits and sell it? Where will I sell this Ankara outfits and designs?
Okay, so mostly here in Kenya, you know, we do most of the, like now the outfits. There are those people who are abroad, they're telling you, please make some pieces like this. Yeah. So unless the Kenyans, you see, like Kenyans, we accept the fashion here in Kenya. You see, we opt to promote other designers from there, but we forget about our own. So if maybe Kenyans can come and support us, actually the market will be really good. And for Kenyans, I wish we can have our own. I don't know if we have, because most of my Ankaras, I get them from Ghana, Nigeria. Yeah, that's why mostly I buy them if you want the best quality. Yeah, so Kenyans, I don't know if you still have that. There's something that you can say it's from Kenya.
And is that something that's a challenge, that the fact you have to, you know, import these fabrics for a different country, and the cost high?
Yeah, the cost, the taxes, they're high.
They're crazy high. So does that translate into how you price your final design?
Yes, yes. That's how you work it out. Because if maybe like I want like you know, I can't buy one. If you maybe you chose a design and you tell me I want this kind of Ankara, I can't just buy one. I have to buy in bulk. So you see the taxes are high. Yeah, and if you want the best, if you want the best,
from
Ghana,
Africa.
yes,
that's the only place you can get it from.
Yeah.
Well, what about when it comes to tailors who really understand how to work with such a fabric? Is that a challenge?
Yes, when it comes, like I told you earlier, I'm not, I don't see myself, I'm not a tailor man.
Because one thing I've heard, you know, a lot of people who are into Ankara and some other fashion designers, they tend to say that, you know, when they're trying to find a tailor for such a fabric, they go for the ones from West Africa themselves. So is that something you've done yourself, or you have a Kenyan tailor?
No, me, I've not used any West African tailor. I use one of our own. Yes. Yeah, but the Kenyans, we have good tailors. Yeah, they're the one. I've never used any. Actually, I've never gotten an outfit from West Africa. Okay. When I can have it here in Kenya, and we have good tailors. Okay. Yeah, it's just that we have not discovered them.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now, I want us to talk more, obviously, about, you know, when it comes to the prices of your products, how it works. Yeah. But before we do that, let's take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we'll get more into information about the revolution of Ankara fashion in Kenya. Don't go anywhere. You're watching your magazine.